One especially to our professor, Dr. Ranji Joy M. Ventayen. Hi to you, sir. I am J. Mark Tabora, a student from Pangasinan State University under the program Open University Systems, and I'm currently taking up the course of Master of Arts in Education, major in Educational Management, and currently teaching here in Rayong, Thailand. So today I'm going to show you the following. Okay, so first we're going to export Google Forms or the sheet data to Excel format. And second, we're going to replace string data to numerical data for analysis. Also, we're going to do some mathematical functions that we can do for our raw data. Also, we're going to compute the average weighted mean. Let me show you how to do that. And we'll create a basic presentation and interpretation of the data that we have gathered in Microsoft Word. So what are we waiting for? Let's go ahead and do that. Google Forms or sheet data to Excel format. In order for us to do that, we need to go to Google Chrome. We are already there. Okay, let's add another tab and then type in Google Forms. Hit enter and then click Google Forms. Go to Google Forms and then sign into your account. So I'm using another account for my studies. Okay, let me log in and then find the Google form that you have created. So this is the one, right? Let me click that. Okay, so the title of my study is Utilization and Effectiveness of the Strategies in Teaching English Employed by Filipino Teachers. So in order for you to see or to export the data, you have to go to responses. As you can see here, there are 17 respondents. Okay, then you can see this green symbol right here. You have to click that. Okay, and it will take you to Google Sheets, I think. It will give you all the data of the survey or the responses. So as you can see, all the responses from all the questions and the data that you have asked from the respondents. Okay, so we're gonna go to File and then hover download, and in this part you will be able to see here Microsoft Excel. Alright, so we are going to click on that and it will automatically download the file. So once it's download, you can go ahead and click open and it will automatically export your Google Sheet form to Excel format. Explain how to replace string data to numerical data for analysis. But before we do that, let's go back to our Excel file. Let's go back to our downloaded file, the one that we just exported from Google Forms. All right, so before we replace string data to numerical data, we have to understand what are string data first. String data, according to Google, it's a type of data used in programming, such as an integer and floating point unit, but is used to represent text rather than numbers. It is comprised of a set of characters that can also contain spaces and numbers. So in simple terms, it's just plain text. Can be words with numbers or words with spaces and other characters. Okay, so there are many ways in order for you to replace a string data to numerical data, but let's go ahead and do the easiest one. Okay, in order for you to do that, you go to find and select in this part and then click on replace. Now it's going to ask you what are you going to find. Okay, so say for example, we are going to find all the female words, okay, in this entire sheet. And then we're going to of course we're going to replace it with a number. So let's use number 1. Okay, so what it's going to do is it's going to find or search for all the words that are female, okay, and then it will replace with number 1. So if I click replace all, it will change the words female to number 1. Okay, so all done. We made 11 replacements. Now let's go ahead and replace the word male to number 2. All right, so string character male, sorry, and then replace it with number 2. Okay, replace all. All done. We made 6 replacements. So that's how easy replacing string data to numerical data by using find and select button right here in our ribbon tab. Okay, now, so as you can see here, all number 1s are all already female and all number 2 are all males. Okay, so for our task number 3, show the different mathematical functions that can be done. Okay, let's go back to our Excel file. All right, so for this one, let's assume that we don't know the total number of respondents. Okay, so we can use here frequency and then the percentage. For frequency, we can type in here the total number of respondents. Okay, so in order for us to know the total number of respondents, we're going to use the function count. Okay, so for you to use that, you type in equal and then type in count and click here count, and then you can just go ahead and drag from the first row up to the last one, and then parenthesis and enter. Okay, so total number of respondents, we have 17. Now if you want to know how many are males and how many are females from this record, we can go ahead and use, okay, for male, how many are male in here, we can use the count if function. So equals, then count if, all right, then the range of data we have, we're going to select that, and then the criteria, since male is number 2, we type in here number 2 and then close quotation, then close parenthesis, enter, hit enter. Okay, so there are 6 male from our respondents. What about female? Let's type in female. Okay, so equals, same function, count if, okay, then range of data, select, and then the criteria. 1 is stands for female, okay, and then enter, hit enter. Okay, so we got 17 as the total number of respondents. 6 of them are male and 11 of them are female. Now what is the percentage of that? Okay, so let's go ahead and put in here percentage male, then female. So of course total number is 100%. Okay, let's go ahead and compute. So to get the percentage, type in equal. Okay, so for male, 6. Okay, click the cell, over or divided by the total number of respondents, 17, then enter. So as you can see here, it's in decimal number, so you can just go ahead and click percent style. Then you can see here 35%. And you can do the same thing in for female. So let's go ahead and type equal, then 11 over 17, then I hit enter, then click percent style. As you can see here, 65% of the total number of respondents are female and 35% of the total number of respondents are male. Right? Alright, so for our task number 4, we need to show how to compute the average weighted mean. Let's go back to our Excel file. So these are the raw data, okay, the one that we gathered from our survey. Now, in total, I have 30 items that our respondents have answered, okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 level, okay, that they have to choose from, and each category, all right, has 10 questions each. All right, so for 10 questions for classroom management, 10 for cooperative learning, and another 10 for technology based learning. So in total we have 30. Okay, so in order for us to find the weighted mean, we need to copy the data. Okay, we're gonna copy the data and paste it to another sheet to easily compute the average weighted mean. Okay, so as I have copied the data, I pasted it right here earlier. Okay, and then I have created a new table for classroom management. As you can see here, we have the rating scale and then the level 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. On this side, you'll be able to see the meaning and the legend of each rating. So numerical value is 5. The descriptive rating is very much utilized, up to 1, which is not utilized. Okay, and on this section, you'll be able to see overall, WM, and DR. In our legend, I typed in WM means weighted mean and DR is descriptive rating. And at the end of it, you will be able to see overall weighted mean rating. And on this side, you see the 10 items that the respondents have answered. Okay, look at item number 1. There are 14 people who have chose number 5, which is very much utilized, and then 3 have responded to number 4. So in total, as you can remember, we have 17 respondents. Now, how are we going to get the weighted mean? For us to get the weighted mean, here is the formula. The weighted mean or the weighted average formula is used to calculate the average value of a particular set of numbers with different levels of weight. So here is the formula where the summation of x equals to weighted item, w is weight of item x, and x value of the item x. Let's go ahead and apply this to our study. Okay, so to compute this in Excel, here's what you need to do. Of course, if you're going to type in formula, you have to start with equal sign, and then what we're going to do is we're going to multiply each item to their weight. Okay, multiply 14 to 5, 3 to 4, 0 to 3, 0 to 1, and 0 multiplied to 1. And then after that, we're going to add or get the sum of it and then divide it to the total number of those who respond. Okay, so let's apply it. Equals, okay, I'll use double parenthesis because later on we're going to use another parenthesis. So 14, which is B23, multiplied to 5, close parenthesis, plus open parenthesis 3 multiplied to 4, close parenthesis, plus open parenthesis 0 multiply to 3, close parenthesis, plus, open parenthesis, 0 multiply to 2, and then plus, open parenthesis, where's that? That will be f23 multiplied to 1, okay, and then close parenthesis divided by the total number of the respondents, which is 17, and then hit enter. Okay, so that would give us 4.82 for this item, for item number 1. Then for you to be able to compute it from 2 to 9, you just have to drag it by this little plus sign. Okay, drag up to the last number 10, so for you to easily compute it. All right, and then to get the overall weighted mean, you just have to get the sum of it. Okay, you can just highlight all and then click auto sum, and then after auto sum you have to divide it to how many items are those. So we have 10, okay, because item 1 to item 10, and then hit enter. It will give you 4.75. So 4.75 falls under very much utilized. Now let's go ahead and type in very much utilized, but for us to easily compute it from 1 to 10, let's use a formula. Okay, so we're gonna be using the if formula, equals, and then if, okay, and then we're going to click on the cell G23 if it's greater than or equal, what's the mean scale range, 4.51. all right, what is the value if true? The value if true is we type in very much utilized. Okay, now since there are 5 right here, we're going to use multiple ifs. Okay, so comma, another if, and then open parenthesis. So we're going to click this one again. If G23 is greater than or equal 3.51, all right, so what will be the value? So it will be much utilized. All right, so next one, another if, okay, open parenthesis, click that one again, greater than or equal 2.51, okay, value if true, we type in moderately utilized. Okay, close quotation, another open parenthesis, another if, and then open, and then the cell, and then greater than or equal 1.51. okay, so we type in slightly utilized. All right, and then the value if it's false, if it's lower than that, would be not utilized, and then close parenthesis, 1 2 3 4 5. I think that's enough. 1 2 3 4 5. and then hit enter. Oh, what happened? Okay, let's accept the correction. So there should be only four, there should be only four close quotation. Okay, so is it very much utilized? 4.82. Yes, it is. Okay, all we have to do is to drag it down so that we don't have to type it again and again. Okay, drag it down up to the last one. Okay, so let's check if our conditions, if the formula is correct. 4.76 very much utilized. 4.71 very much utilized. 4.82 is very much utilized. Okay, the only one that is different right here is this one, 4.35 much utilized only. Yes, that is correct because it is less than 4.51. Okay, so we have used the correct formula for this. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to also do the same thing to the other two strategies of utilization. So we got earlier I have computed that already. So I got one for cooperative learning. Okay, so here's the result. We use the same formula. Okay, so we multiply each to their own level. So we add the sum of it and then divided it to 17. Drag it down, and also use the same formula for the descriptive rating. So this one is for the cooperative learning, and we got the overall weighted mean rating as 4.08, which is much utilized. And for technology-based learning, we have the same one, okay, and 4.25, which is much utilized. Okay, so that's how you use the formula for weighted mean average, or how to get the weighted mean. Okay, and for our last task, we have to create a basic presentation and interpretation of the data that we have in the word processor or in the Microsoft Word. So let's go ahead and go back to our Excel. So all we need to do is to just copy this table to Word and then interpret the result. Okay, all right, so let me just go ahead and copy this. Okay, copy and then go to Word. All right, let's create a new. Okay, all you have to do is before you paste it, we have to type in and then set up this Arial. Okay, for the layout, margin normal. All right, okay, let me just go and okay, the spacing should be 2. Okay, type in table 1. So this is the frequency, the weighted mean average, and descriptive rating of the strategies of the utilization of the classroom management strategies in teaching English. All right, now we can go ahead and paste the table. Okay, that's quite big. Let's make it smaller. Okay, let's change the font to Arial, and then this one should be 12, I think. Okay, 12. Let's make this one smaller. Okay. All right. So once we're done, we have to interpret this table. Okay. All right. So indent table 1 shows the frequency of the respondents who chose the level of the level of utilization of the classroom management strategies in teaching English. Okay, the overall weighted mean rating is 4.75, which falls under the very much utilized level. Done. Okay, so we're also gonna do and copy the other two to complete our data. Okay, so all we have to do is to just copy and paste it also in our Word file. Okay, and then you're done. So cooperative learning, I have actually did that a while ago. Let me just go ahead and copy that one. So it's named activity 2. Okay, so I just need to copy the 2 and 3. Okay. Document 4, copy and paste. There you go. So this is our basic presentation of the data that we have gathered from our 17 respondents. Okay. Okay, so and that's the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned something from our video for today. Thank you, and see you again in our next video. Goodbye.